from you.
Good evening, guys. So tonight I'm going to take you through my podcasting process. Are you serious? Are you serious? A tram already? How the hell can I podcast if you're going past every 5 minutes? Now, I do love my office, but when it comes to podcasting... Yes, if you were a professional podcaster, I would recommend that you get a studio where the tram doesn't come by every 2 minutes. So my office right next to a tram line, which of course, yes, is not ideal when it comes to the business of the audio of podcasts. So perhaps if you want to have a serious podcasting video, you should go elsewhere. But if you're like me and you're fighting like hell for your dreams and you're trying to fit in something like a podcast on the side and you're getting creative and you're getting down and dirty and you're going to make it happen, then this is the video for you. Anyway, so, honest to God, coming from video, I thought that podcasting would be pretty easy because it's like, yeah, you just chat with people, right? And you don't have to worry about white balance and you don't have to cart your gear from here to there, but it's not as simple as that. Funny enough, because my gear is always spread between my office, my job and my home, because I'm trying to do a video with a podcast, it means that I'm carrying my stuff even more than usual. It's an absolute absurdity. Why do you have to make it so difficult? And why, if you want to create anything, does it always mean carrying inordinate amounts of stuff from A to B to C? Is that all that human life is? So my office is situated in the iconic Martial Arts community here in Berlin, and for all things in the arts, it's an absolute wonder. You can see visually, it's just absolutely spectacular, incredible souls in there, and all those extraordinary things going on. It is the one place in the world where you do not want to try and run a podcast. But amidst the banging and the clanging and the spanking and the trams, it's always inspiring. Oh, I wish you were open. Please, can the keys be in the right pocket? Yes! I have one rule when it comes to my creative life, and that is that you always do your best within the limitation of what is in front of you. There will always be the limitation, and there will always be your ability to choose your attitude, to do your best within the circumstances. And with a podcast, yes, it can just be a podcast, but why not try and make it something more than a podcast? Nothing scary at all about these old German factories at night when there's no one here. Nothing scary at all. Nothing scary. Nothing scary whatsoever. So, the time, let's get some light in here. Proper light, I mean. So the time's just gone, 11 p.m. and gonna give myself 2 hours to get this done. I've got this small window of time to get this done, and I need to get focused. When I'm doing my solo podcast, I just like to try and see if I can just do them a little bit different each time. Because every time I do a podcast, it's not just about what I learn through who I interview or the conversation, or if it's a solo one, what I write about through the research. Because every single thing you do has the potential to teach you something. But very often, the thing that teaches us most is the thing that comes with the most friction. So very naturally, we tend to want to avoid those things because it's very nice to have things easy. So the paradox is that in the avoidance of the hard thing, you end up dismantling yourself because you rob yourself of the opportunity to do the hard thing. And through the hard thing comes the education. And through the education comes the growth. And through the growth comes the reward. Usually, I will be putting the podcast onto my DesView teleprompter, and then the phone here, just you smash it in there after you've written your script, and you put it in there, and you put the teleprompter and the camera in behind here, and you read it away. However, today I want to do it slightly different because I've got a little idea because of the subject matters. Okay, 11:10, I want to be shooting in 20 minutes. So here's a nice quote from Alex Hormozi. To be a top 1% podcaster, you have to upload 21 podcasts. 90% don't go past 1. 9% don't go past 20. 1% make it to 21 plus. So when people say, try harder, it usually just means don't give up. So this is my trusted RE20 microphone. I absolutely love this microphone. It is such a piece of beauty. A lot of people, you know, they're sort of like grind themselves into anxiety or depression because they feel like they should be doing something. And it's like sometimes you do have to take a breath. It's like life is a busy thing and you need your energy for the whole. I think if you've had a podcast and you've not persevered, it's entirely okay. It's like if you're gonna let anything go, probably the podcast is the thing when it comes to all the stuff that you've got to deal with in life. Anyways, I'm just a bit bored of all this talking heads video stuff. So my intention is actually just not to use the teleprompter at all today. I'm just trying to find a position that kind of looks cool, where I'm comfortable. So look how this feels, kind of relaxed, you know? So you're just offset by the azure blue sky behind. So I've decided against the background stuff tonight. We get the memory card out of there, put it in there, we're gonna get going. Okay guys, I'm about to start the podcast. This is called The Mission and the Breath. The mission and the breath. Just as you're about to start, here comes our favorite tram. The mission and the breath. Okay, so this is going to be take 6. Just wait for the tram to go by. The mission and the breath. Oh man. Take 7. Sorry guys, got through to the end of the podcast. I'm a little bit tired now, but it feels really good to have got it done because I love doing it. I feel like the discipline of doing the podcast elevates me, it sharpens my mind, and it keeps me focused. So you just have to remember that you need to conjoin that vision, that dream with the doing itself, with, you know, getting into that trench, getting deep down and dirty and going after the hell it is that you're into. I know that it's very easy I think some people would hear this quote and would think, yeah, I gave up. I gave this up. I gave that up. I'm a failure. I failed. It's nonsense. Put that aside. So you have to let go all that's been, because it's perfectly fine if you've had to put something aside. Just let it go. All of this nonsense about grind culture and everything being defined by success and failure, it gets in the way. The true thing that matters is to be within your life, to be within the formulation, to be within the process, to be within the becoming. And part of the becoming is that some stuff gets laid by the side and some stuff doesn't feel right. And sometimes it just gets in the way. And sometimes, damn hell, you do just fail at something. And that's okay. You gotta let it go. That doesn't define you. You are not your failure and you're not your success either. You're an ancient, ageless being. Have that faith. If there's something new, something tingling in your mind, don't let yesterday define it. You got this. Tomorrow's a new day. And it's gonna be something that you never knew for all of us. I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Much love, everyone. Oh, and please subscribe to the YouTube. Blah, 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 blah.